What up, yo? Welcome to another episode of Philly to Detroit Boxing. Another special guest on with us today, my guy, man, gym member Max Torresan. What's the deal, bro?
What up, bro?
Not much, bro. Glad to have you on. I know we've been talking about it for a little minute, so I'm glad to finally have you on here too,
For sure.
my guy, bro. Just to like get it started, we asked all of our fighter guests this, like, how did you really get started with the sport?
Honestly, bro, it was actually a funny beginning. I'm not gonna lie. I used to watch the Rocky movies and like the Creed movies, and honestly, that shit just kind of turned me on to boxing. I mean, they made that shit look so cool. Yeah. So, I mean, I just ended up signing up for a gym one day, and I stuck with it ever since. Just fell in love with it.
No, that makes sense for sure. Yeah, yeah. Which one did you like more, Creed or Rocky? I
Definitely the
kind
Creed
of
movies.
the Creed movies, yeah, Michael
Yeah,
B.
yeah.
Jordan
The
and
Rocky
shit.
movies are great, but like, I just,
Yeah,
I just thought I was just more attracted to the Creed movies. I don't know.
yeah, more modern too. You feel me?
Yeah,
More,
right.
yeah, more in this time. But of course, like you said, the Rockies is classic for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
And then like, where did you kind of start at? Because I know obviously you know we at New Way now.
Yep.
I saw you at another gym. That's where I actually found out about you at
Hmm.
another gym prior to New Way.
Yeah.
Where did you kind of get started at?
So I really got started at a gym called Champion Health Club. It was just kind of like a beginner gym. And I spent a few months there, and I ended up going to where I think you saw me, which was Macomb Boxing. They're known as Prime Boxing now.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of trained with them a little bit. Met Vernon Weber. You may know
Mm-hmm.
him as No Love Jr. Met him. And then he just kind of put me on to some people, and I ended up at New Way.
Right. Now, what your experience been like so far with New Way, man? I know obviously I've seen you work and grind it
Yeah,
out. You've been competing a lot now. What's your experience been like?
it's been great. I mean, I really found out about them from their post of the King of the Jungle tournament, which I'm competing in like 2 weeks here.
Mm-hmm.
And I just saw that they was whooping ass in there, so I had to pull up, get some work, and I just fell in love with the environment. And I've been going pretty much 6 days a week ever since. They got some good fighters in there too, which you had some on this platform.
No, facts for sure, for sure.
Order. And at what age you feel like you decided like that you was actually going to chase this dream? Like I'm gonna actually decide to take care of my family with this one day.
Right. I immediately started it wanting to compete for sure. I started boxing at 19. I'm 22 now. I've been with it ever since. And I think after my first fight, when I was really in it and I really saw what it was about, I was like, yeah, I can do something with this. So, I've just been trying to get as much experience as possible, as quickly as possible. Given my age, I'm trying to go professional as soon as possible. So, yeah, I'm just trying to get work with any and everybody from all over, saying yes to every fight that's offered to me, every tournament. So that's just my route right now.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Now that's kind of what I've been seeing too. You really don't care who in there. You just
Nah,
trying to scrap. Yeah.
nah,
You
yeah,
really don't give a
I'll
fuck
be in
who in
there with the
that bitch.
200 pounders or the small quick guys, like whatever.
No, real shit. Bro, we in there, bro,
Yeah.
sparring one day, bro. It's a dude in there, bro, 6'5", bro, 270. He in there doing 4-5 rounds with him, bro. I'm like, bro, you
Yep.
tripping, bro. I'm like, you on
Absolutely.
some I'm like, bro,
What
and
weight
the,
cut? What weight class you at?
So I fight at 154 and 156. Which for the amateurs, I think they call that welterweight, I believe, because I know it's different than the pro weights. But yeah, 154.
how that feel for you?
That's actually like took me a minute to find that because I would go down. I went to 152, 154, 156, and I was losing my strength at 52. It was just a lot of cut for me, and I don't really find it that worth it to cut that much in the amateurs, given that we only doing like 6 minute, 9 minute fights. I don't think these guys should be cutting them 20, 25 pounds for the amateurs unless it's like a super big deal like a national tournament or something. I get it. But yeah, I try to stay 10 pounds within my weight.
Right, yeah, and I had to deal with that shit. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. And what's the most amount of like a weight that you had to cut for like a tournament? Or where I guess a better question would be like, since you are fairly new to the sport,
Yeah,
was it difficult adjusting to making weight and cutting weight and learning how to do that?
yeah, for sure. So it is a complex thing. right? Especially if you want to do it right. I'm still trying to get the hang of it, to be honest with you. But luckily, I got coaches like Sunshine and Bobby Curtis to help me through those weight cuts and kind of give me the right advice on what to eat, how to properly water cut, everything. So yeah, in the beginning, it was difficult, man. My first fight, I was in the sauna for about 3 hours the night before, in the morning of, just because I literally had to do it the hard way because I didn't know what else to do. But now we got a proper diet plan and water retention plan that we go by, so I feel way better when going into the fights.
Right, not killing
Or,
yourself. Shit.
did you have to, when you first started boxing, did you have to get in shape, or was you kind of already around 152 to 156, or did you have to cut weight to get in shape to be able to compete at them weights?
Yeah, so I came from being a gym rat. I was just a guy who was in the gym all the time, just lifting weights, trying to get big because I come from being a skinny kid.
Hmm.
And come to find out, not all that muscle was great for boxing. Really, I couldn't honestly. When I first started training, I was about 170, and I just was all muscle,
Hmm.
and it was just hard to acclimate to all that cardio. Um, but it does take a while to get in shape. But I did my first fight about after 8 months of training consistently, which then I felt like I was in shape enough to fight. So, but usually I stay in shape year round now.
No, yeah, for sure. Then what's been the biggest challenge you think you face just kind of learning and going about
Yeah.
competing and again just being fairly new to the sport? What challenges have you faced and had to overcome, you think?
Definitely like the weight class thing was one. But two is just getting comfortable in there, man. I mean, like you can't get comfortable after that first fight, fully comfortable. But the more that you're in the ring more often, fighting once a month, whatever it may be, the more comfortable you get. And I think that's a problem that a lot of people have, and the hardest thing to overcome. And that was for me too. Now I'm really comfortable in there for sure. But that was my biggest hump that I had to get over because I would have long layoffs or things like that. But now I've been active. I just fought 2 times in the last 2 weeks, man.
No, yeah, facts. I just noticed that shit too.
Yeah,
No, yeah, yeah. And then just as far as like people you've had to be in there with, or people that have given you the best work or brought the best out of you, can you name a few?
definitely George O'Geese.
And my guy George, yeah,
Everybody
for sure.
everybody know him at the gym. He 2 time national champion. Uh, gives me a lot of good work, man. I mean, we both got gas tanks. We really go at it in there. Marcos Howil, I think that's how you say his last name. Just beat the number one kid in the country, and so I mean that's great work. I mean everybody in the gym's a dog. We all push each other. We all hold each other accountable, everything like that. So yeah,
And just kind of speak about your team, the people that actually get you ready for your fights coming up and things of that nature.
for sure. So my coach is Sunshine Garrett Ross, and Bobby Curtis. They're the owners and founders of New Way. They have plenty of experience. I mean, like 20 plus years of experience. They handle professionals like Kamel Macklin, Savannah Teeny. So it's really good having that experience in my corner, especially we have somebody named Coach Izzy at my gym, and she takes care of my body. Make sure that I'm not having any aches and pains and soreness or whatever, and always fight ready. So I would just say I have a very experienced corner, and that has served me well.
No, facts for sure. Then what's your thoughts on just amateur fighting in general? Do you like the pace of it? Do you like the style that you kind of have to fight at? You know what I mean? In terms of like, activity.
Yeah. So my honest opinion, my goal is going pro. I'm gonna fight with a pro style in the amateurs. That's just how it's gonna be, especially if that's my goal. So I don't really mess with the amateur pace. The touch, try to score points. I mean, that's what I gotta do now, and that's what I'm going to do. But I really like to sit on my punches and try to hurt people in there for sure. So I'm more of an amateur or a professional pace.
No, yeah, I feel that too. A lot of people say that too, especially like coming out of New Way where they kind of teach you to fight like a professional. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They don't really teach that, high guard, the whole fight
right,
type shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't really
right.
teach that shit. So
Yeah,
it's hard to kind of acclimate to that shit, especially like in that when you're going against like elite guy, you're going against another good guy who may have that style. It's hard to kind of acclimate to that shit because you're not taught to fight that way.
right. Yeah. But that's just kind of where our experience comes in. Like I said, having
Right.
an experienced corner, experienced team, we all have different styles, so it's easy to
Facts.
kind of train for everything. from this gym. We got tall
Yeah.
guys, short guys, fast guys, guys who switch, including myself. So I mean, we got everything at the gym.
No, yeah, you'll get the work you need. You'll find a style
Absolutely.
that you're gonna have to eventually see in the gym for
Yeah.
sure.
Word. Yeah, do you have like a certain fights, a certain number you want to hit before you go pro, or a certain amount of years, if not fights, that you want to go pro, or age, or anything like that?
Yeah, definitely. I always said that like between 20 to 25, because you do need that amateur experience. I'll admit that for sure. It definitely prepares you for the pros. You know, the small gloves, everything like that. I know it's going to be a whole different ballpark. Um, but yeah, 20 to 25. I want to get to the pro career as soon as possible, but also gain some experience on the way there.
Yeah. And what's been your thoughts on just the amateur scene in Michigan so far? I mean, you've been like I said, I've seen you in there with some really good guys. You fought
Yeah,
guys from pretty much probably every gym, or at least been in the ring with them at some point. What's your thoughts on the scene in Michigan right now?
we got some great guys coming out of here. That's what I'm gonna say. Especially all the young amateurs that we got. They're going far. Like you got Sumo. He almost won a gold medal. If
Yeah,
it wasn't for
facts.
that
Yeah.
injury, unfortunately. But
Mm-hmm.
like from all over, like you were saying, especially the Detroit area, we got monsters coming out for sure. Fresh professionals too, like Boogie,
Mm-hmm.
like Kamel Macklin. A few of the names I've already mentioned. I think we're gonna take it over for sure. Especially with that that Michigan versus Ohio stuff. I just watched Parallel Eight's video,
With
so you
the
could already tell.
the sparring, he did
Yeah.
some sparring shit. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, kind of speak about your support system, like kind of basically the reason that you go to the gym every day and push yourself outside of the fact that you just love boxing and probably want to
Yeah.
be a world champion, things of that nature.
For sure. So, I wouldn't say like most people will say money for sure. Like there's great money in boxing, so that's always one. You want to be able to make a profession out of it. But I've always just been a guy who played sports. I always played basketball, football, whatever it was. So after I graduated, there was really nothing left for me. So I had to do something. And I'm not really a team player kind of guy. So I just picked boxing as my sport, and I've just fell in love with it. I've just never been so attracted to a sport or had a passion like this. Getting up super early, going for runs, like the things that most people don't want to do, I actually enjoy doing. I strive to always be working because I know that starting late, that hinders my chances a little bit. So I'm trying to put in as much work as possible at all times to speed up my progression to make sure that what I want to actually come true comes true.
No, real shit.
Or
And I've been asking the guys that we've noticed started a little later, the 1920 range. Do you feel that has given you like more of that, I want to do this, you know what I mean? I don't really have, I'm doing it because I want to, rather than if you would have got started earlier on, like 8, 9, 10, maybe you would have been forced into it or something like
Right.
that. Do you kind of feel
mm,
that kind of in a way?
A little bit. I mean, I always think about it like I always wish if I could go back in time and talk to my younger self, I would tell him to like start this now.
Right.
Because that's like
that,
that's like my one regret is like if I started 5, 6 years ago, where would I be right now? And I just I always think about that for sure. But once again, that's one of the things that drives me into just working as often and as hard as possible.
No, real shit. I always do that shit too. Like, why the fuck wouldn't you get
Right.
started with this shit?
Yeah, especially when you
it's
find
crazy.
something you love.
It's
Yeah,
because for the most part, because I always felt that way too. But it's because it's not boxing not pushed on you like every other sport. No, I was saying boxing kind of not pushed on you like every other sport as a kid. Like
No,
as a
not at all.
kid, people want you to play basketball, play football. Like that's the main two that you really hear for the most part.
Right.
Boxing, you kind of gotta fall in love with it yourself for the most part. Like you gotta be a teenager in the world with your friends and go check a gym out or something like
Right.
that. Then you kind of, cause that's how it was for me. I walked in the gym at 15 and I just fell in love with it. But I wish somebody brought me there earlier.
Yeah.
right. You just like you said, you got to kind of find it yourself, unless your parents was fans or
Yeah.
boxers, and you know what I mean, something
And it's
like
not,
that.
and boxing not as big globally. Like these other sports is 10 times bigger than boxing.
Right.
So like that's another reason.
Yeah. I mean, it's the hardest sport in the world, and that's another thing. Is
Yeah.
like once you realize that you putting the time and effort in is something that most people wouldn't even think twice about doing. Like most people don't even want to put the gloves on, just in general.
Yeah.
No, no, real
And
shit.
yeah, and when you realize that you actually like put work in and you getting good at something dangerous, it makes you want to keep going because you facing adversity every day. You go into the gym, you know, you're doing. Nobody really wants to do all this work that we got to do, but it's the process that I enjoy. So, I mean, I don't mind it.
Yeah, it's a coach in Philadelphia that named Greg Hackett. He was saying one of the reasons he likes starting with people who start boxing late is because with a kid you gotta have patience. They
Hmm.
might be in and out. They might go fall out of love. He said usually when a guy start late, their mind is made up. Do you feel like you kind of was on the same type time? Like you, even though you started late, it
Yeah,
helps that your mind made up. Like you already decide like this is what I'm doing.
yeah, because I didn't really have any plans on going to college or chasing some sort of career. Especially after I found this, like I know the sport takes a lot of sacrifice and you got to do a lot of things outside the sport to sustain life and things like that. I also realized that if I actually wanted to make this a thing that I want to do, I want to make it a career. Like I don't have a lot of time, so I have to have my mind made up. It's not like something you can do as a hobby and then pick up on it later or things like that. Like you're running out of time. I'm not saying there's anything like too late to start boxing at any age at all, but like if you're 30 or 35, like you probably once
Yeah.
you got to get through that phase of like training, then you ready to go pro. You're gonna be older, so I
Yeah,
just don't take my time for granted.
that's more too late. 19, I feel like you got a harder path, but 19 is not late. Even like
Right?
21, 22, 23, not late. It's just you got a harder path. I feel like 30,
Exactly.
31, that's you probably late. If you going your first lesson
Yeah.
at 30, that's kind of late. But
Yeah.
if you
No,
start at
fact.
18, 19, by 30, you could be one of the best in the world. Like
Yeah. For sure.
so
For sure. You could definitely make it to that high level. And that's my plan. That's my plan. I just want to end up making boxing my career. Just pay my bills with it. Really, just be able to
where
do it as my job.
No, real shit. Nah, man. Then I guess yeah. What's like your main motivations? Would you say are there things that kind of motivate you to keep going, type shit, or is it just like obviously you love sport,
Yeah.
but what else outside? Maybe even some things that's outside of boxing that motivates you to keep going and want to do better.
Honestly, I have a really good support system in my girlfriend Lily. We've been together 4 years, and she believes in me more than anybody. Really, not that anybody really doubts me, but she really puts everything on the line for me and really believes me. Like she drove out like 3 hours to my fight, like last week, and surprised me. Like who gonna do that on the day of the fight, especially after she got off of work? So she believes in me. She supports me. She does my meal prep for me, everything like that. So she really makes sure I'm on track and doing the things I'm supposed to do. And obviously my family. I want to be able to be making this box money in a few years and be able to give back to my family and stuff like that because I didn't really have the greatest upbringing ever. Not that I ever missed a meal or anything, but it just, I always know that my family wanted more, and I feel like I'm the person that can give it to them. So I just got a whole bunch of motivators around me.
No, facts. Yeah, shout out to Lily too, man. She be at the gym all the time, man. Shout
Oh
out to
yeah, she
Lily,
be she
man.
be helping me out, watching me train, give me water when I spar. She be helping me out for sure.
No, facts, facts. Who's some guys that you kind of watch and get some game from? Maybe study a little bit.
So right now I'm the biggest fan of Lamont Roach. I mean, ever since that Tank fight, I didn't know
I
who
like
Roach
that
was
pick.
before that Tank fight. I'm gonna admit that. But that Tank fight put me onto him, and I personally think he won that. As far as the knee situation goes. But Roach, yeah,
That's a
I
good
love
pick.
his bag, bro. He's so technical, so sharp. We kind of got similar style. Um, Bam Rodriguez as well. That's where I get the switching from. A whole bunch of guys, Devin Haney, Shakur for sure. I love Shakur. I can't really replicate his style like he do it, but I love watching him box for sure.
No, nobody can. So you ain't the only one. Shit,
Yeah.
ain't nobody not getting hit like that.
If him and Haney go at it, who you got though?
I'm picking Shakur, but it's a tough fight, man. Haney a big
Yeah.
boy, and it's people acting like they don't want to fight him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean
got
they've been around each other since youngins, so it's like they
Yeah.
know each other.
my
So that
first
that would be an interesting one.
my first time ever seeing Shakur fight at all was him and Devin Haney in the ring. I got a call from my sister. Mind you, we big boxing fans. We big Devin Haney fans. We watched
Yeah.
Devin Haney since he was 14 years old. So
Yep.
we're not used to seeing people Devin age get off on him. My sister
Yeah,
called me like, "Yo, you gotta see this boy named Shakur. He sparring Devin Haney. He doing his thing." He said,
yeah,
"She like Floyd in the background. Like we're gonna give him all the money." That's how I got introduced to Shakur. Was actually him in the ring with Devin Haney.
yeah. Is
It's
it?
hard
Are
to
you talking about the sparring video that was posted, or is that a different time?
no, yeah. When they was, I think Dev was like 7. This was before Shakur went to the Olympics. He was getting ready to go to the Olympics.
Yeah, Shakur was like 17 or 18, and Dev was like
Yeah,
16 or something. Yeah, I seen it, bro. They were going back and forth, and they're
yeah.
young and they're way more experienced now. So I just know it will be a great fight.
Yeah.
And to Devin Haney's point, I will say a lot of people keep saying Devin Haney is too big and everything, but that's really not what it is. It's
Yeah,
that he's big and skilled. Because if you
right,
notice, he told Shakur, I mean Shakur told Conor like, "Oh, you started boxing at 17, like, oh, you done? We could do 47."
right,
Haney is not just big; he's a big skill guy. That's what's
exactly.
making the pause on it. Because a green guy like a Rolly, a
Yeah,
Conor Ben, they not making Rolly and Conor Ben go down to 44, 43. They just gonna fight him. Because even though they powerful, athletic, they're gonna make so many mistakes. It's gonna be hard to beat Shakur making all those mistakes.
right. And
But
I feel like Devin knows something that we don't. You know, like he
yeah,
understands Shakur's habits maybe or something like that. Like I'm not saying Devin can beat Shakur, but I'm sure that he would give him problems for sure. Like it wouldn't be like the Tio fight.
yeah. I got
No,
and
no, no.
Devin got a lot of heart. I think he
Oh
won't
yeah,
just won't sit on the outside and get picked apart.
he got
And
that jab.
he got natural size and like I say, he a highly skilled guy. He been in the ring with Shakur a million times.
Hmm.
That's a 50-50 fight. I think that fight decide who the best fighter in the world is. Only reason I probably don't like the fight is because I want Devin to be at his best. So I don't
Right.
know if he should do the 44, but it's hard to go against the Shakur, man. Just to keep it simple, like you got two elite fighters. I'm probably always gonna pick the one that get hit less.
Yeah. What about Keyshawn and Devin though?
That's a good fight.
That's
That's
a good
actually the
fight,
better
man.
fight.
I mean, that's the mandatory. I mean, they posted up the purse bids today. So
Yeah,
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 that's
yeah.
actually the better fight to me. I think that's the fight that's going to really show you what. Not saying Shakur wasn't going to show you what Haney
yeah,
made out of, but I think he's trying to force Devin to bring out a lot of tricks in that fight
yeah.
because he's
Because
super aggressive.
Keyshawn really reminds me of like Devin's style, but more aggressive. Like he more on the gas about it. Like they got similar stance. I mean, they use their punches kind of the same. But yeah, I think you're right. I think Keyshawn would definitely force Devin into a fight, and Devin would just have to sit there and bang. And I really don't know who wins that. I would want Devin to win that, but I mean, Keyshawn's been on such a terror. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
and Keyshawn actually from the eye test, I don't know. He looked like I could be tripping. Devin Haney more proven, but from my eye test, my
oh,
eyes
for
actually
sure.
tell me that Keyshawn is a bit more talented and a bit more athletic than Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Like I said, Haney
Athleticism for sure.
more proven. Like Shakur, for example, he's not nobody's number one pound for pound fighter. But if I just go by what my eyes
Hmm.
tell me that's the best fighter in the world.
Oh
I
yeah.
know Usyk is up there and Inoue up there, and they more proven, so they got to
Right.
be up there. But my eyes don't tell me them two the best in the world. My eyes tell me that Shakur Stevenson is the
Right.
best
Yeah.
fighter in the world.
When you can make Tio look like that, who is also a Hall of Famer in the prime in his prime,
And Tio
like
is so gifted, man. Like
yeah,
a
No,
lot of
Tio
people,
is yeah.
they just saying like they acting like Shakur was just supposed to do that, and Rolly got a great chance. It's like Tio is gifted, man.
yeah,
Shakur is just that nice.
yeah. He definitely got a chip on his shoulder after that too. You know, like if I got did like that on TV, I mean, I'm just like I'm locking in after that. Like I can't let that happen again. So I feel like Tio coming real different in this Rolly fight. I don't
What's
know.
what you feel like is worse as a fighter? Speaking from, you feel like it's worse to get done up like a Spence and Bud situation or a Shakur and Tio situation? Because you got some people that be like, you mean I'd
Yeah,
rather get knocked out than do what's the name? Mind you, I'm never buying that. I'm never. I will
yeah,
always rather get. I will always rather get outpointed than get knocked out. I don't care what
yeah,
nobody
for
talk
sure.
about. But what would you rather do? Because most people be like, they don't want to get embarrassed. That's why they're stepping there with the puncher instead of a
Yeah,
Shakur. But I'd be like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I would rather get embarrassed by Shakur than knocked out in front of my mom in the crowd and shit.
yeah. I mean, the way Spence got did, I mean, like that's hard to come back. I mean, he needed 3 years. Like he needed 3 years. He just needed to get away from it all. And he coming back, and if this one don't go his way, like it's really a problem. So like
Yeah.
that's the situation. But the To situation is like if you lose to if it's that exact situation where you're losing to another pound per pound fighter and you not really, you not really get stopped, but he making you look silly in there, I would definitely rather take that for sure.
Yeah.
No,
And to
absolutely.
be fair
Yeah,
to Spence, he didn't get stopped till the best fighter of his generation came and stepped in the ring with him. So that's
right.
another thing. A lot of people got to come
Exactly.
at Spence too. It took the best fighter of his era to stop his
Yeah,
reign. Like it didn't
for
take a
sure.
regular. It literally took probably of in my lifetime the second greatest fighter I've ever seen to
Yeah,
beat him in my
for sure.
lifetime. I'm only 27, maybe
Yeah,
but so that's another reason. Smith's another one who kind of get thrown to the side, but it's like I literally lost to somebody nobody figured out to beat.
yeah.
No, his
But
fight
I
was too.
also I also think like Spence didn't really look himself in that fight, like off rip.
Yeah,
You know, something
that's
was a little off, and I'm just hoping that don't happen this time. Like, I'm sure he gonna come in like more prepared, like looking sharp. But it's been 3 years. 3 years, and the last time you was in there and you were getting touched up, you might have a little bit of PTSD or something. I don't know. I don't know. I just want him to have a good fight and things to go his way for sure.
No,
yeah.
fact. Now I'm hoping for Spence to get this win too, man. I just want him to
Yeah,
look good, like you said, man. I just don't want him to just look rusty. Like
you're
I'm
right.
almost expecting it though. The first few rounds, though, it's just been
Yeah,
so long. You know
And
what
I
I'm
ain't gonna
saying?
lie, Tim a sharp counter puncher.
yeah,
So
especially
I'm
yeah,
picking Spence, but I'm really scared for my guy a little bit because I'm
yeah.
like I'm hoping that Tim got something taken out of him too. Because even though
Tim been active,
yeah, I was about to say that even though he went through Fundora, got knocked out by Blackron brutally, he been active for one, and he's still younger than
right?
Spence. So it's like you got a better chance at taking that brutal punishment at
Yeah,
27 than 33 and coming back from it. So it's like, and he a sharp count. Tim could fight. Like people forget before that Fundora
yeah,
loss, the boxing decided this is his weight class. Like the politics always pick a guy. They picked Tim
right.
Tszyu after Charlo. They said it was out of Tim and Fundora. Fundora got upset by Mendoza, and that's when they picked Tim Tszyu. It was out of them two who they was going to pick for
Yeah,
Charlo and let him to basically pass the keys down. And then Fundora came in, messed everything up. But there was actually out of them two. Then Fundora got knocked out.
and it was a good fight though. It was a good fight, and that's really
Yeah.
all you can ask for in boxing, really. I mean, I'd rather watch a fight like that than complete one side. So
Yeah. And I was surprised they gave it to Fundora. I feel like I don't really like politics, but I was rooting for politics on that night. I wanted them to give
yeah,
it to him
and
because I
Spence
felt
got to go
like
to Australia too.
yeah, he
Yeah.
fought. He started off 3-0. I was in my head like if you just fight, if you just go 50-50 with him, you should win the fight because you
Yeah.
start off. He was about to knock Fundora out. I don't care what nobody. He was hitting him so easy in that first 3 rounds. Before he got cut, he was hitting him so easy, so
Oh yeah.
clean. Every sharp shot he was throwing was snapping his shit back. Before that cut, it was looking like Fundora was about to go in the next 3 to 4 rounds.
Yeah. For sure. That cut really
He
like
was getting hit
blood
with
was getting
every
in his
straight
eye.
right
He can't
hand.
see.
What
That
you think
that was a
about
cool.
a Fundora and Boots?
I really want to see that. I love seeing anybody fight Fundora because I just feel like it just looks so crazy seeing him in the ring.
Yeah.
Like it just like it don't look right, but he make it work. Like it's crazy. But I mean, with somebody as confident as Boots, like who really feel like he can go in there and make him look like easy work, I gotta see that. Like Boots don't do a lot of talking either. But like when he talk a little bit, like I know he's serious about it. So and the way he just did Xander, I mean that was a great fight too. I mean Xander was young,
Yeah.
took
Yeah.
on the biggest challenge of his
We actually
career.
went to that fight in person. We was there live.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw it on your story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. We was yeah, that shit was crazy, man. But no, like you
Yeah,
said, Xander, he
How
put
was
a
it being there in person?
the atmosphere was crazy. That's why, bro. I love going to fights like that because the atmosphere is just crazy,
Right.
man.
Mind you,
And that shit,
I've been to a lot of local fights. That was actually my first big fight I've been to. Like I go to a
Yeah.
lot of locals fight. That was my first big fight. And as good as guys like Shakur and everybody is,
Yeah.
I used to be ignorant during Shannon Sharp Point. When they used to be like, I can't pay my money. I used to be like, what you mean? Because I'm a hardcore. So I'm like, I could watch Shakur all day long. Until I left that fight, I understood. I said I was waiting all for hours, like 3 hours. And you want to wait for somebody who you know is bloodthirsty, who you
Yeah.
know not going to be worried about what their opponent could do to them. They just going to be worried about what they could do to their opponent.
Right.
And I finally got that. When I left that, I told him, I said, I get what Shannon was saying. waiting for somebody at a fight that you know is bloodthirsty is different than waiting for somebody who you know gonna be trying to win the fight, but also worried about what their opponent could do to them. When you go see a David Benavidez, a Boost, anyway, they just worry about what they could do to their opponent.
Especially when you got somebody who is known for doing that to people, like all them knockouts and everything like that. Like, bro, I just know every time I'm about to watch a Boots fight, he about to make somebody look silly, or in a way fight, he about to drop him, he about to stop him, whatever.
Mm. And
Like,
they
so
gonna put themselves in harm's way to do it. That's another thing. They
yeah,
gonna so it's like
for sure. I mean, when you got that dog in you, I mean, like you
Okay.
got all the confidence in the world. I mean, confidence is like the secret weapon in the sport for sure. Like even if you gotta be delusional, you can't really do much without confidence. And
yeah.
sometimes it's natural for people. Like Boots, he's just naturally confident. I mean, he got all the reason to be, but it's such a force, bro. You can't stop it when somebody's that confident in themselves.
Yeah,
No, real
Boost might
shit.
be the most gifted fighter in a
Yeah,
long
for sure.
time. Like he the closest, he the closest thing I've seen to like a Roy Jones, where it was like some that should just be looking real robotic
Yeah,
sometimes.
I definitely want to see him and Bud go at it, but I feel like Bud's older. Like I would have loved to see like a prime Bud versus a prime Jerron Ennis. Like I know they both older, but I mean Crawford like what 36
I
30,
think
somewhere
like
around there.
he
36,
low. I think he a little
37.
older because
He
he was
might
like
be
Yeah, so like
38. Yeah, he might
he
be
was like
38.
37
Shit.
when he fought Canelo like last year. Yeah,
yeah.
I think if Bud gonna beat him, he gotta catch him now. I got this rule: once you turn 40, I'm not picking you to beat no elite fighter.
I mean
But
unless you be hop, but
the world rap. But even I actually use B Hop as an example though, because B Hop, I'm from Philly. I love B Hop,
yeah,
but B Hop still ran into people at over 40 who was
yeah,
not going for it. He didn't just go undefeated in his 40s. Like, so he seen people like Chad Dawson that was like, bro, like I'm 25, I'm not going for it. Like, yeah, you're
yeah.
a great 42-year-old, but I'm not going. You're not beating me, gang. You 40. So even as great as George Foreman and B Hop, they didn't go undefeated in 40. They ran across some people that was like, bro, I'm 25. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
You're not beating me at 42, gang. So it's like that's why it's hard. It's hard, but like I said, they just went on to still become world champions. But if you're a special guy, you shouldn't lose to no 40-year-old.
I mean, shit. I feel like Bud's one of them 40-year-olds who can go up to a different weight class and steal a belt from somebody for sure.
Yeah, he ain't quite 40
Not
yet. He
against a
ain't there yet.
special guy though. Like I mean, he probably can. Yeah, he 38. So
Yeah,
I would still think he could do it because he
for
still
sure.
got 2 years to do it.
He said he got 2 years on the
He
dot.
got
On,
2 years to
on
do it.
his birthday, 2 years.
What
It's
turn?
over with.
Try to schedule a fight with Boots for 24 months, and you ain't fighting 24 months, and see how that go. It's
Well,
not
yeah,
going to
at
be
that point,
good.
it's gonna be like shit. This is gonna be like 4, 5
I
years
told
since
you
he ain't
a
scrapped.
lot
Yeah.
of people acting like that's not a 50-50 fight, but
Yeah,
in like 36 months, it's going to be considered a 50-50 fight because by that time, Boots will be a Hall of Famer, probably top 3 pound for pound, already wiped out 54. Then
yeah.
it's going to be more 50-50. Now it's just hard because Bud's so great. Like I said, he's the second greatest fighter I've ever seen in my life. So it's hard to pick anybody to beat him that's not Floyd, to be honest.
Right. But I believe Bud when he say he not gonna come back though.
I
Unfortunately,
do too. To be honest, I don't think he
uh,
coming back.
unfortunately, I mean, but what a way to like leave. You know, like I wouldn't come back if I was him.
Yeah,
But I
that's
mean,
Hell
shit, the
crazy.
people
no.
would still love to see it though.
That's
Yeah.
man to beat the face of boxing and get all the belts at a different weight class to end my
Yeah.
career. I'm never coming back, bro. What
Right.
if I lose or if I
And he
come back?
had one more for us. That was the crazy part. He had one more for us, and Johnny Beck popped. He had one more. I remember he posted a video with Johnny Beck's manager,
Yeah.
and basically was like, "I'm coming for you." So he was
And
gonna give us one more. He was gonna try to be the first 5 division ring magazine, not the first 5 division champion, the first 5 division ring magazine champion in the history of boxing.
I
And
really wanted
he
to see that
popped.
too. I really did.
And I
Not
thought Johnny Beck was gonna do his thing that night. Now I wasn't gonna
yeah.
pick him to win, but I thought he was gonna leave how Madridov left the fight. How everybody was like, "Yo,
Yeah,
I don't know
fact.
who that
Yeah.
Madridov was," but he did his thing against Bud. I felt people was gonna leave the same with
Right.
Johnny Beck. Like I don't know who that was, but he was doing his thing in there.
My boy Janet Beck. You know, I was a Janet Beck fan. I was on a Janet Beck fucking train. and that motherfucker popped dirty, bro. I was mad as hell.
I think it was for like some weight loss stuff though. Like he was, I don't know exactly what it was,
Yeah,
but I was just hearing it was like to help him make weight or something like that.
Okay,
no,
yeah,
yeah, it was because he remember he went to the hospital before and had to miss out on the fight because the weight cut was so brutal at one time. He been was
Yeah,
supposed to go to 68. He just kept wanting to do 60.
hmm
yeah.
Uh,
Who you got in Canelo versus Billy though?
I think they postponed that shit. I don't think it's happening on September 12th no more.
Ah, I didn't see
But
that.
I feel like they said that it's still on the
yeah,
boxing schedule,
they
like
still should be
ESPN and
fighting
shit.
though. Yeah,
They still fighting and shit, but they still. I think they just postponed it. But I'm taking Canelo, but and Billy a bad motherfucker though, man. He gonna
Yeah,
come with a lot of punches, a lot of volume, and he gonna sit right there.
I
yeah.
heard Canelo postponed it too. I heard Canelo was the one that was like, I mean, I'm not done on vacation. Got to move this
Ah,
back. I could be tripping, but that's what Mike Coppinger said. But uh,
as
that's
long
a
as it happens.
that's a good fight. Stylistically, I had to favor Canelo. What make the fight 50-50 to me is because he's a master counterpuncher, but once you reach a certain age, sometimes you got to get in there to realize like this not what you want to deal with anymore
Yeah,
at that. And I feel like and Billy might can have that effect on Canelo where if he don't just put in Billy out in the first 6 rounds and you just got to fight him off you for 12 rounds, it could go bad for Canelo. Canelo fades over his last 7 fights. He fades at the 9 rounds of every single fight to me.
yeah. He
Every
was saying
single.
his body couldn't do it no more. So I mean,
Yeah, so it's like
I could really see that happening.
so I understand like you'll fight the boxer because you don't want to chase him, but you can undercut how much you gonna have to fight somebody off you
Yeah,
that's gonna be coming like that. And like I said, you're a master counter puncher, so I expect Canelo to knock him out because he's super sharp. But if you don't knock him out, it could go downhill for him
yeah. I'm
because he
sure
too.
Billy's preparing for them counter punches and everything like that too, and they got
Yeah,
a game plan. And I could really see it going that way now that you mention it. But I mean, who knows? It really only takes one from Canelo.
yeah. Like Canelo
Canelo
turned
ain't
pro
knocked
in
nobody out.
'05. It's
10,
2026.
8
Like
Yeah,
fights,
so
9
that's
fights.
another thing. Yeah,
Canelo ain't
20.
got a stoppage.
Canelo like LeBron on the low. He just turned pro at 15, so his age don't show it. But Canelo been a pro for 21 years. He turned pro in
that's a long. That's a
2005.
long time to get hit in the head though.
His first fight
Man,
was in
facts.
'05. It's 2026.
Bro.
Yeah, he about to call it too. He gonna retire. He about to call it. He
Yeah, he
only
got like
like
one or two more.
34,
That's it.
35 or some shit like that.
He wants his B-Bowl get back, I believe.
Oh
Gotta
shit!
leave
I don't
him
know
alone.
why. He better leave that man alone, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Leave. Go ahead and leave. But it's gonna be the same thing. I
And
Yeah,
to
don't
be
know.
fair,
It's gonna be the same thing.
to be well, everybody had him fucked up. The boxing hardcores, the casuals. It wasn't just
yeah,
the casuals who had him
I
fucked
for
up.
sure pick Canelo.
Everybody had him fucked up. We thought Canelo was about to just come in here and move up another weight class and walk him
right.
down to the high guard. And we all had him messed up, to be honest. That's the day that made him a pound for pound fighter. So
Yeah,
I didn't really watch. I watched the Wall, but I didn't look at him as a pound for pound fighter until he beat Canelo.
right. And that was when Canelo was on top of his game. So I mean, it was really hard to go against Canelo at that time.
Canelo told Eddie Hearn. I remember Canelo was on the street so crazy. I'll never forget it. He told Eddie Hearn, if you make the heavyweight division 201, I'll beat one of them and become heavyweight champion. And I believed him. That's how much That's how much he was on a run. This is when I only seen him lost to Floyd, and to me that
Yeah,
don't count. Floyd is the don't count. That's like losing to Prime Roy. That don't count for me. You're
right.
supposed to lose to them. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
You're
he
supposed to
basically
lose to them.
because there's just two people that was. It's certain fighters that I would never pick against. It's like Floyd, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roy Jones. It's just hard in their prime. You almost never gonna pick against them in the history of the sport. So if you lose to one of them type people, it's like you damn near undefeated to me.
yeah. There's nothing you
I
can do about that.
like imagine you 36-1 and you lost to a Prime Roy. I'm gonna tell my friends you undefeated.
Yeah,
Like I'm gonna tell my
like what was
friends
he
you
supposed to do?
undefeated. Like that don't count. I wouldn't pick no fighter in the history of boxing to beat a Prime Roy. Like
Never.
especially him
I
specific.
got Roy over Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I said. No, I
No,
wouldn't
I'm
pick
telling you,
nobody.
yeah,
That's why I
Roy,
said
my
I wouldn't
top
pick
like 3
nobody.
fighters ever.
Yeah.
It's like
And he
him,
not even
James,
like
Tony, and Floyd.
a good like technical boxer. He just had his style and he made it work so well. And he was just a freak of nature, bro.
Yeah,
He's
and
so much like athletically, instinctively better than everybody. It was just, I don't know, bro.
and the people that you would pick over him, I'm glad you brought that up. That's what
Yeah,
you would be banking on. You would be banking on you nice enough to capitalize on his fundamental mistakes.
yeah,
You would like because if you can't, you're not beating him no other way. Like you would be banking on him jumping in with a hook and stuff like that.
right,
Still not realizing it's as fast as when somebody don't jump in with a hook and just throw
right.
it the right way. Him jumping in is as fast, if not faster, than people throwing the hook the right way. You don't realize that till you get in there.
What's your goal for like the next year? What's your outlook on the next year, man? You got any like aspirations or just a certain maybe number of fights you want to hit in the next year, anything like that?
Yeah, I definitely want next year to be my last amateur year. So from here to then on is just to be as active as possible. I mean, just fight as often as possible, do the big tournaments, get as much experience as possible with whoever they put me in there with. And I'm usually the smaller guy in my weight class. You know, I'm about 5'8" at the 56, 54 division, and those guys are about 6 foot, like the tall, lengthy ones. So I gotta face adversity in there. But yeah, just be as active as possible, man. Go do these tournaments and fight as often as possible. I want to do at least 10 to 15 more fights within the next 8, 9 months.
No, facts.
So in the
Oh,
perfect world, the pro debut would be in 2028.
Absolutely, yes. Yep. At the latest.
my guy Max, bro. Let the people know where they can find you at.
You can find me on IG at Maxwell Torresan. That's pretty much all I use for real.
Yeah,
And
they got
yeah,
dark.
I just want to shout out New Way Training Center. We about to go to King of the Jungle, kick some ass, take some belts home. Yeah, man.
My guy Max, bro, he back in middle of August for King of the Jungle tournament, man. Going to grab
August
that
4th.
strap. My
Yes,
guy,
sir.
bro. I see you, bro. I appreciate
Appreciate
you
you
for
for coming
hopping on,
on.
my guy.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.
Bro, you
Yes,
already know it, bro.